Well, well, well. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Julia. And how are you? I think I'm melting in here. It's
You.
very warm. We have air, but I'm still melting. How are
Uh-huh.
you doing over there? Wow.
I'm doing great. I love this heat. I'm just like I can't complain. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
You love going to Texas in the summertime, so it's hot there, I guess, isn't it? And it's
Oh
a
my
different
gosh.
kind of heat from here. It's not this
Um
kind of heat, though. Or is it?
it's still pretty humid in Texas. Yeah. It's not as
Oh, is it?
humid as here, but it's not like Arizona where it's dry and so, yeah, anyways,
Wow.
yeah, no, I love it. I spent the whole day yesterday outside. I was sweating my ass off. I couldn't be happier.
Wow, good for you. We spent about 15 minutes outside sweating and came in back in the house.
Yeah.
And then watered all the flowers after because the poor things are in need of rain, which I guess
Oh,
we're not
yes.
getting for a little while.
My poor
So
grass
yeah,
is like super
so yeah,
yellow.
we talked about the grass or what we might call grass.
Yeah,
Oh, what was the
sporadic.
word?
Sporadic.
Sporadic. Yeah, yeah.
It's like a
Maybe
little green
sporadic.
patch here and there. Yeah.
We have sporadic grass as well. So yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah. So
I'm not a summer person. I'm not.
you're not?
I no, I have a lot of Christmas Facebook pages that I'm a member of, and I keep seeing the Christmas tree pictures and the
Oh my
snow,
God, please
and
no.
I'm sorry, but
I know you
I'm
start
waiting.
listening to your Christmas music, like, at the end of October.
Yeah, I do. I could if I could, I'd do it in the summer, but I just don't think it's right. But
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you had a fabulous Father's Day. Today, we were supposed to be talking to Maurice DePel, counselor Maurice DePel, and we were going to talk about working from home and how it's not for everybody. Some people are thriving in this environment, and other people just don't like it at all. So we were going to talk about that, but we were having technical difficulties again. So Maurice was
so
not
I don't
able
know.
to join us. So, but well, we're gonna chit chat about that anyways, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. So you can always just type in the comments when we ask questions. You can type in the comments, or if you want, you can just jump onto the StreamYard with us. The link is
Mhm.
in the description. You can just come in and have a chat with us this morning. We're going to have a short show today because Mai-Liis is going to sign her life away.
Yes, we're buying some property just a little out of town, so we're gonna go sign the papers today. Super exciting.
Yeah.
We're gonna in time clear that land and hopefully build. So won't be for a little while yet, but first steps
Yeah.
first. We gotta get a property signed first.
So out of town, huh?
Yeah, it's just between Martintown and St. Raphael's. It's not super far, but I mean enough that if we're out there and as long as I've got internet, I'll be good. And if I've got to come back in and see a client or anything, I can still do that too. So, of course, my parents live in Cornwall, so we would never go too far out, and we check in on them pretty well every day. So,
Uh-huh. Speaking of parents, how was your Father's Day?
oh, it was nice. It was nice. My daughter's here for. I think we talked about that last Monday. She
Yes, we
got here
did.
for a few days, and she was actually able to spend Father's Day with my dad. So that was nice.
Awesome.
We uh we had a little quick visit because again, visiting outside because with the social distancing, we're not ready to go in the house yet, even though I guess we can.
I
But
saw the pictures. You were like really social distancing. It was it was yeah.
well, we social distanced on Saturday at my sister's. We had a lobster meal, and oh my God, she pranked us good. I don't know if anybody had seen my pictures on my Facebook timeline, but She had said, "We're having lobster, don't tell mom and dad." So when we got there, she's got everybody social distance and she brings out Kentucky buckets. And I'm going, "Oh my God, I don't know. I was really looking forward to my lobster and we're having Kentucky fried chicken by the looks of it." She goes, "We had to have a little bit of a change in plans. The lobsters didn't make it. They get them in from Nova Scotia." So she puts a bucket in front of each of us. She goes, "You've got a bucket each, and what you don't eat, you can just take home." And I'm going, "Oh, this is not right. I wanted lobster."
Oh,
Open it up. There they are. They stuffed the lobsters in the bucket. So she got us good this time.
that's pretty
So it was
creative.
super. It was super. They're always huge lobsters, hang off the plate. It takes us about an hour and a half to eat them, and they do it every year. But then they go out east for a little vacation, which they of course didn't do this year because of the
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah.
So they had them purelated in, and I guess the
Oh.
purelator guy smelled. He says, "You, what's in there?" She goes, "Lobster." He goes, "Yeah, I thought so. I could smell them all the way over here."
Oh gosh.
So
You can
they're
tell
a
your
nice
sister
touch.
I want to be formally adopted into your
Yeah,
family.
yeah, we have that every single year. It's become a
We do
tradition
that
when
at
they have
Mother's Day
bonus.
usually.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
We do that for my dad for Dad's Day. So we had the lobster. We sat outside. Luckily, it was cool enough. It
Yeah.
was around 5 o'clock, because again, with my dad, he can't handle the heat. So the same yesterday, we went over and we stayed for a little bit because we sat outside, and he's not good with the heat right now.
Well,
He's in
it's
his
it's
late
pretty
80s, and
it's pretty hot
it's
out
hard for
there.
him. It was
Yeah.
hard on him, but we had a good little visit. And how was your Father's Day?
Fantastic. Like very laid back. We didn't do much. Like, there's not
Mm.
much to do. But so we were thinking about going to the beach or I don't know, do something, but I know friends of mine were saying that the beaches were really, really full the last few days. So
Really?
I decided not to go. Yeah, he was saying that he's never seen it packed like this before. And for cause, I mean, everything else is closed. You can't go to the water
Yeah.
park. You can't go to the theme park. You can't go
No.
to, like, there's not much. You can go to the movie theater. You can't. So
Nope.
there's not much else to do than going to walk in a park or go to the beach so yeah, they were saying that it was jam packed, so I decided not to go. And
Yeah.
my daughter has been asking for a pool, which I can't find anywhere right now, like at a
Oh, yeah,
reasonable
you were
price, because
saying.
I don't want to pay a fortune for it. I just want a like a little blow up pool, those that are really really easy to install.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, they're sold out everywhere, and so we're having a hard time
Well,
finding
sure.
that. But
I'm sure the air conditioners are sold out everywhere too right now.
yeah, my son and daughter-in-law were trying to find an air conditioning too, and I mean, like,
Mm,
that's like hard, you can't hardly find them anywhere. But anyway,
exactly.
so I spent the day just enjoying my backyard, which is new for me. Like, really, usually I don't do much backyarding. I
I know.
yeah, so this year we've installed like our little tent, and we've set it up like nicely. I'm hoping, like, I wanted to talk to Maurice today because I wanted to talk about, like, they're debating the fire
Yeah.
bylaw tonight at the city council, and so I kind of
Yeah,
wanted to
exactly.
ask him a little bit about that because I really, really, really would like to have a fire in my backyard this year. If any year is the year, this is the year, because we've been so restricted on what we can do.
Hmm.
It would give a little bit of hope and stuff, especially
Ambiance.
for the kid ambiance, yeah, and the kids too.
Ambiance.
The kids were saying, "Oh, we could do some s'mores and we could do some stuff, and we can sit and sing by the fire, and it'd be nice. It'd be nice." So
Well, I
I'm
guess
I'm
we'll
not I
finally.
don't have my hopes up too much because I understand, like, there's the two sides of the story, and um but I'm hoping there's a middle ground somewhere that they can
Mm.
find. Yeah.
Well, let's see. So tonight is the night that they're going to debate that, right?
Tonight is the night. So what do you guys think about the fire ban? Like what do you think about the proposals that have been put forth? I think there was something like they were saying you needed something like 50 feet or 15 feet um, away from the house, where a lot of houses don't have 15 feet to play with. Like, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you got a big backyard, you'd be fine. You know,
yeah,
you'd be
we
all the
do.
way at the other end. But
Yeah.
yeah, so oh, so you got a comment, Mai-Liis. You got here you go. You love to.
Oh, I love I do love working in my flower beds, Denise. But yeah, yesterday was too hot, and the poor flowers. My God, they're just drooping and shriveling up, and it's just. I know you're about 30 minutes from Cornwall. How's your backyard? Because I know Denise is my sister-in-law, and she had taken up gardening as well. So, oh, we have somebody talking about fires.
Yes, don't mind having fires. However, when I have to close all my windows because the smoke is
Mm,
so strong and it affects my asthma, I am iffy on
yeah.
this. Yeah, and that's exactly what's going on. It's that sometimes the freedom of one citizen is impeding on the freedom of the other citizen,
Hmm.
right? So if you're having a
Yeah.
fire in your backyard and then you're bothering your neighbors with the smoke, and then they have to, you know, not enjoy their backyard because you're having a fire and enjoying yours, that's not fair to them. But at the same time, we pay all these taxes to have all this property and this land, and we should be able to do some of the stuff that we want to do in it, on it. So then it becomes that the ones that don't want the fires or have issues with it because it's
Yeah,
it's
have
it's
medical issues
yeah, then it
and
becomes
can't
an
handle it.
impediment on the other people's freedom and rights. So it's a tricky situation. Like, you can't
It is.
please everyone, but I'm sure, like, I don't know if there's a middle ground where you can have some fires that are fueled by clean fuel, or but
I don't know, but I mean, it is true because I know I've sat at my mom's over the years, and neighbors have had fires. I guess at some point they were able to have them, and sometimes it is very strong, especially when houses are closer together. I mean, you have no
right.
no choice.
It
So,
also
but
depends
I
on
mean,
what you burn,
I
right?
I I love the smell of a fire once in
Yeah,
a while.
yeah,
It wouldn't be
yeah,
good every single night in your window, but I mean, it
yeah.
is nice. It kind of makes you feel like you're out in the country camping. But
Yeah, and
so
that's one
hopefully
of the things that I miss about our cottage is that we would sit
yeah,
at around the fire, and, it
we
was
could
it
do
was
that.
it was great. Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully, if we do get that plot of land and cleaned up and stuff, maybe we might be able to have
There
a
you go.
campfire out there in the future. We don't know, so that might be something to look forward to. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
know. I was just gonna ask you this morning, when are we seeing that, piece of land? No
Like I
comment.
say, we're signing the papers off today, so at some point soon we'll be able to take you out there. It's not far.
Yeah.
It's not far.
Denise says municipal and federal governments are restricting so much anymore that it's ridiculous. Let people live and enjoy life. Close your windows.
Close your window. Yeah. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
point. Good
Y-
point.
Well, you close your windows, but if you're in the middle of the summer and you don't have air conditioning, that could be like,
Yeah. It
that's
could be
where
a little stifling hot inside. Oh, how about the patios? So, did you drive by any patios this weekend? Because I guess
um,
from what I saw pictures, they were pretty packed too.
oh,
People
I'm
were out
sure they
enjoying them.
were. Like, I did not personally go, but I wanted to go and take a little drive today, and go and take some pictures of all the little patios that have popped up here
Popped
and
up
there. Because
everywhere.
I know I've seen the Schnitzels one, but also the Spinners one. So there's one at
And
Spinners
Glengarrian.
and the
And I saw the
Glengarrian.
Glengarrian one on the
Yeah,
weekend. And what
yeah.
else is there?
Oh,
Oh, we went.
that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Imagine now people have neighbors who
Oh,
smoke a lot of weed and you try
yeah.
and sit in your backyard and enjoy it, but there's nothing you can do. It's totally illegal now. So yeah,
So we've
that's
had those discussions many times because
absolutely
both of us hate that smell. We just hate that smell. That the skunky smell. I
yeah,
can't handle that either. But again, it's legal, so what can you do?
yeah. I actually have emotional baggage linked to that because my two brothers, um, unfortunately, have passed away and they both were drug addicts, and it all started with that. So, not that I'm saying it's a gateway drug or whatever, but I mean, to me, that smell is just linked to, to
Not good
everything.
memories
So,
at
no,
all.
not good memories at
Yeah,
all. So, on top of not liking the smell, I just,
yeah,
yeah, it brings me back somewhere I don't want to be. So, but
exactly.
yeah, that's a good point. Like, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Thank God
No,
there's nobody around me that like I'm lucky because I'm on a busy street and I'm surrounded by commercial buildings really. So I
yeah,
got like a big apartment building in the back and I got like a mosque on the side and then the children treatment center on the other side.
yeah,
So I mean I'm good.
yeah.
which
You'll
which
be safe from that.
which would be good if I had fires. I really doubt that I would be bothering anybody because I'm far away from anything.
Yeah, because you do have that apartment building, but it's way back.
Yes.
So that again, you wouldn't be bothering anybody there either. So
No, I don't think
yeah,
so.
you're in a good spot. Where us, on the other hand, we've got houses around us, so it
Mhm.
would not be good for us.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, another week. We're at week what now? I've stopped
I
counting.
was going to look it up. We're kind of 14, 15, and yeah, last week was a little rough on me. I guess you'd had a few up and down weeks, and it hit me last week. I
Last week.
think it hit me more because I love going to Serendipity, the little boutique on 2nd Street. And first of all, it was closed for a long, long time. And now I still haven't gone because, again, I'm just going to wait a little longer before I venture out anywhere. Like I had already said, I'm still a little bit of a chicken. I'll go do out and about with Seeker Chick Mai-Liis and stuff like that, but from a distance.
Mhm.
I'm just not ready to go into any closed spaces yet. But I do miss going in there. That was kind of my little break, my little getaway. It's a few minutes walk from the house, and between that and the Gappy and Salvation Army, not that I ever needed anything. It was just nice to go check out what
What they
treasures they
have.
have, just in
Yeah.
case,
Yeah.
and for a little break. So I think it hit me last week because I haven't been able to do that for quite a few weeks now. And I know once in a while I meet you in those places too,
Yes, yes, I
but
love
I
my
believe
little thrift stores.
Serendipity and Agape have opened. I don't think Salvation Army has yet, but the other two are open, so you can go in and check them out anytime.
Mhm.
And I'm sure they have a lot of new treasures because being closed for what almost 2 months, I'm sure people had lots of things to take in afterwards. If they're accepting, I don't even know. Do you know if
I
they're
have
accepting
no
treasure
idea
yet?
what the rules and regulations are. I'm assuming that, if they do, like, everything has to be disinfected and washed and,
I'm
hung on
sure it takes
a hanger for, like, days.
my
Yeah,
face is very white. I don't know what happened here.
you got
Am I bright?
well, it's the lighting, you're, like, super bright, yes.
Hey, it went
There
away
you
again.
go,
I don't know.
that's
Oh
better.
well, now I'm kind of back to normal.
Yeah, so, yeah, have you been on a terrace?
I haven't. No,
No?
no, I haven't been on a terrace, but I know Katrina. She was looking at. it might be a good idea. And she says every terrace had a huge waiting line on
Yeah.
Saturday night. They were so packed because again, everybody's so excited to be able to
But
sit on the terrace.
that's really good to know because, our poor restaurants are so suffering. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I was devastated, seeing the news coming out of Ottawa last week. Like, there's, several restaurants on the Byward Market that have been, forced to close. Like, basically,
Yeah.
they've decided that that's it. They're not reopening. It's just, they're taking a really, really hard hit. Like, some of them had been there for like 40 years, and now,
I was just gonna say, yeah, they've been
yeah,
there for a long time and they've had to close. It's really sad. It's really
it
sad. We're
is.
lucky in Cornwall though. I don't think I don't think anybody has had to close. I think they've all weathered through it and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But I think I heard what in 2 weeks they're gonna start opening the insides of restaurants, so there's a
I
certain
have
amount of people that can go in.
I
It's I
I
heard
know
that somewhere.
I know you were saying that. I have not heard that anywhere, so I am I don't know.
We're not
I
sure.
don't know. I know that, um, that really would scare me, because like, having the terrace and people outside is one thing, and
Hmm.
you're really limiting the exposure because
Yeah.
everybody's outside and you're 6 feet away, and that's,
And
the
fresh air.
inside is a little more problematic, although our numbers are really low right now, so that's the good news. I didn't
Yeah.
check this morning, but I know yesterday was 176. We've been pretty much under 200 daily in Ontario, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing. But I'm looking down to the south and how they reopened, with no limitations really. Like, you go to Texas, my family, it's like you can go in a restaurant. There's like they limit the amount of people that they have in their dining room, so it's not as
Hmm.
crowded as it used to be. Um, but bars are open, and you don't social distance in a bar. I'm sorry, but if you're there having a
Yeah.
jolly good time and drinking, you're losing all inhibitions, and
And you're hugging people and
oh
people you hadn't
yeah,
seen in a long time. And yeah, no, well, there was that story that there was what 16 girls went out in
to a
Florida
bar.
for a
Yeah,
birthday,
yeah.
and all 16 are now tested positive. And apparently there was what about 6 people that worked at the bar have tested. So goodness knows how many other people will
Mhm.
test positive out of that too, just because they just needed one night out. They'd been stuck at home all that time and they decided to go out. And unfortunately, that happened because, again, it said it was a crowded bar,
Well, yeah,
no social
and
distancing.
that's a thing. How do you, really police that, right? You can't really.
You can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
And like I say, with Sheldon being a DJ, like there's no way that they can have weddings because again, you're going to be in a crowded room. At the reception, people are drinking, hugging, seeing people they haven't seen in a long time. You would never be able to control anything like that.
yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't see indoor weddings happening for quite some time. I know right now what a reception's allowed to have 10 people, but I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen.
Mm.
An indoor reception.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling brave this morning, just, jump on to our StreamYard. You can come and chat with us on video and let us know what you think about the whole situation, the terraces, the fire ban, whatever you want to chat about. We can, have a little talk about it. And, what did I want to say? Something crossed my mind and now it's gone. Oh well.
Well, I want to let people know that they can come chat with us on Wednesdays. We have a little private chat room. It's called Wellness Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And basically, it's just a checkup, see how you're doing throughout
Yes.
the week. Come check in with us. We did have a lady check in with us last week. So we got to chat for a little bit. It was nice.
Yes.
She wanted to see how we were doing, and then we got to see how she was doing. So it's a private chat. So come on in. It's not broadcast.
Yeah, so
Nobody
the world doesn't
will be.
see you,
The
and it
world
doesn't
doesn't see or
replay,
hear
and it's
you.
not recorded.
Yeah, that's good. And then on Fridays we started a follow-up Friday at 7 o'clock. So we do call that one as wine o'clock somewhere. So basically, grab your glass of wine or your drink or whatever. It's for ladies only, and come in and chat with us. And again, we had a guest. Well, a guest. Somebody came and chatted with us last week,
Yes.
which was nice too, because
It is.
yeah,
you know, it keeps your
you get to
spirits
see
up.
different faces.
Yep.
You get to
Yep.
see somebody else's face. So
Yes.
that was actually really nice and refreshing. We had a little hour's chat. And again, it's a private chat. It's not broadcast, so you don't have to be worried about anybody seeing or hearing you. And it's just a friendly little chat with the girls. So
Yep. So on Wednesdays, it's on our Facebook group, the local seeker. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's we have a Facebook group, local events and happenings. So you can just go
mhm,
there, and there's a room that's open there that you can go and use. And then on Fridays, it's a Zoom call. So if you're familiar with Zoom,
mhm.
it's a lot of people can come in, and we can support a lot of people at the same time, and we can all chat. So
Yeah,
awesome.
last week it was nice. It was nice. Yeah, we just want to kind of keep in touch with people because
Yes.
it is a bit of a difficult time. We can't, pop in here and there and go to events and see people. So this is our way of connecting.
Yeah. And we want to know how you're doing. Like, how are you keeping up? How are you holding on, and keep
How
keep on
keep
keeping
on
on.
keeping on,
Yeah.
keep on keeping on. That's our saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We so a lot of people have been forced to transition to working from home. I mean, the kids have all gone to schooling at home.
Mhm.
Which is the other thing I'd like to talk about is what people think about the whole reopening of the schools, and
Mm.
the three scenarios that they're giving us. Anyway, so about working from home, so we're used to it. We always, like, I've been working from my home office for like 20 some years, 25 years, I think. So I'm very used to it, and so are you. Um,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, I did work in an office. I worked at Astro Printing for almost 20 years. So I was used to the 9 to 5, sitting in the cubicle,
uh-huh.
working, that kind of thing. So whenever I did start by myself 10 years ago, over 10 years now, it was a big change. It was a big change because you have to really regulate yourself. You can't. A lot of people think you can come and go as you please and do what you want, but it's harder to motivate yourself to get things done when you don't have other people around you doing that, and you can get up, you can put in a load of wash, you can get a coffee, you can do other things. So you've got to discipline yourself,
Yeah.
and you really have to. I still haven't got that yet because I have a friend of mine who's so disciplined. He starts at 8, he clocks off at 12, he has an hour for lunch, goes back at 1 and works till 5. And he's done that ever since he started his own business. I don't know about you, but I know if I call you up at 11 o'clock at night, she's still at a computer, and so am I. So, I mean,
Oftentimes,
we
yes.
haven't really learned how to turn that off
But you
that
see,
well.
that's what I like about working from home, you know? I love that I don't have a set schedule. I love that I can just, decide, okay, I'm taking off. I'll go and
Yeah,
have
you're
lunch
right.
somewhere, and you know, I yeah, that's one of the hardest things, cuz at several times throughout my life, or my home office career, I've debated going back to work. And you know it. I've been talking about going
Yeah,
back to work and taking a part-time job or this or that, like, all the time, cuz the money would be nice. The steady money would
yeah,
be nice, cuz
yeah.
um 10 years ago I lost, like, I used to have a big contract that had steady income coming
Hmm.
to me all the time. Every month I had
Yeah.
a paycheck, which was fantastic. But 10 years ago, when that company went under, um, then I lost that contract, and then there was no stability anymore. I never know
Yeah,
how
that's
much
the
money is
problem.
gonna come in one month
Yep.
or the other, so which is one of the things that I don't like about working from home.
Yeah.
But, so I've been considering getting a job in but what stops me in my tracks every single time, like, just I'm gonna tell you, I did an interview just last week for a job
Oh, did
working
you?
it's a job from home, but
Oh,
it's like a steady 40 hours a week, and it's
uh-huh.
set hours, and it's like from this time to that time and that time to that time, and I'm like so I did the interview, and then she passed me through a follow-up interview. Like,
Mm,
I pass it to a second level, right? And I'm
mm.
sitting here, and I'm thinking, "Okay, do I really want this?" You know?
Yeah, this is a commitment. If
It
you
is,
take it, you've got to stay with
and
it.
I have no problems with commitment, like, I've committed to the seeker, and it's been 10 years, and I'm like, I'm pretty
Yeah,
damn well committed to it, but
yeah,
at the same time, it's, like, on my terms, so, yeah,
yeah.
I just can't see myself locked in for a set hour time, like, maybe 10 hours a week, I'd be okay, like, I have that other
Mm,
job
mm.
too that I can do whenever I want, and I can't even, get myself to do that one, so, um, anyways, it's just yeah, so it's not for everyone, but, I don't know. How
Yeah.
did you people, handle having to work from home? Did you transition, first of all? Is it hard? Do you find it hard to motivate yourself? We'd
Or
like
is
to
it
know.
something that you've done, you've enjoyed, and you kind of like to stay like that? Because I think a lot of people will stay working remotely from home,
I
especially because if employers realize that that can happen, they don't need to pay rent for big buildings and stuff. So you
exactly.
never
I
know.
think it makes financial sense for a lot of
I
companies
think
probably
so.
to keep a lot of people on, as home workers. Uh,
Well, especially in bigger cities where they're paying a lot of money for offices, and now they realize that the people can do these jobs from home. I'm sure things will change.
yeah.
They'll
And
be
it's the
they'll be
same for
making
schooling. Like, I gotta say, I don't know, but I think that this is gonna change it's gonna change the field of education completely. I think that, um, anyways, in place, you're gonna have, restrictions. You're gonna have classes that are no bigger than 15. So you either have to buy more schools or you have to
yeah,
move to, online or partial, like some kids go one day, some kids go the other
yeah.
day, and then they do online the day after. Like, I don't know how it's going to work, but wouldn't it make financial sense to kind of move stuff onto a virtual platform like for the government? Because the schools
But
are big chunk of money, like education and just maintaining all those schools, that's a lot of expenses. It would make sense for the school board to kind of say, okay, well, we're moving this school online completely and sell the building, and they don't have that expense anymore. Like, I think that that might happen to some of the schools eventually.
yeah, to maybe some of them, but like you say, for people that work from home, like us, it would be okay to have kids at home doing this virtually, but people that go to work, they wouldn't be able to. Like that
Yeah.
would not happen. And then there's some people, some kids that just cannot adapt to working like that. They need a teacher in front of them. They need somebody there to tell them what to do. So
Mhm.
there's, there's a lot of pros and cons, I think.
But
So I guess
I don't know about your kids, but I know my kids have been having classes on video.
yeah,
They've been
I don't
yeah,
know. My kids, my baby's 23, so I'm
yeah,
not sure if he's
but
doing too
I'm
many
talking about
classes at
Sheldon's
all.
kids.
But yeah, but my grandkids, since they've been here, they've been talking to their teacher too. They have their tablets and they do their schooling. So it's a different thing, but and it was kind of cute because they had all the class on. I think it was a Zoom meeting, so they had their class and they were all talking to each other. But again, younger kids, I think they're gonna miss that social get together, which I don't know how that's going to even happen because apparently
Yeah, but
you
at
can
the
only
same, yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
because they don't.
That's the same. That's so I had this discussion after they came out with the announcements of how school is going to look like next year. I had a discussion with my 15-year-old because I was telling him, okay, well, listen, you might be able to go back to school, but this is what
But
it's going to look
it's not gonna be the school that they he was at before. It's gonna be like a prison camp by the sounds
like.
of it, because they're
Exactly.
restricted, so restricted.
It's like you're going in with your
Yeah,
15 people for the whole day. You're in that one class. You're going to stay in
yeah.
that one class for the whole day. And then you go home. Like, I mean, it's to me, it's like incarceration, you know? It doesn't
I
even
know.
sound like anything pleasurable. If anything, I think it's going to be more damaging to the mental health of my kids than being here at home with their siblings, you know?
Now I'm thinking a 15-year-old can probably handle that kind of thing. I have no idea how like younger kids are gonna be able to just stay away from everybody and each other. And what are they still gonna be able to go out for recess in the
I think
younger
there
schools?
is a recess planned, but from what I heard, there would be like circles
Yeah,
where
that's what I
they
heard
have,
too. But they have to stay in the circles where you can't do much in a circle but what sit there
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, you can't play in the play structures. You can't, you know,
No.
run around. You have to stay in your circle, and
So I
that's it.
don't know if that's gonna be hard on the teachers
And
because they're gonna have to be the ones to
yeah,
enforce all this.
yeah, and on the kids
Yep.
too. Um, I don't know. I don't think I'm sending my little ones. Like my 15-year-old, maybe, you know, we'll take the decisions with him.
Mhm.
He can also partake in that decision and see if that's something that he's interested in doing. But
Yeah.
the little ones, I don't think I'm going to send them. And I'm glad and thankful that the government said on anyways on the press release we received, it said that the parents will be able to decide what they
Yeah.
want to do. So that's
Yeah.
good.
No,
That's
that's a
good.
good idea. As far as universities, I don't know. I mean, that they may end up online as well. I don't know. It's hard. You
I
wonder
think
how that's going
they're
to be.
opening some classes, like, I think they're gonna have some classes on campus and some
Mhm.
classes virtual, but it'll be a mixture of
Well,
the
I mean, in college, I know my oldest took culinary arts management at Algonquin at the college in Ottawa. Well, you can't really do that online because it's cooking, so they have to have that kind of thing in a classroom setting because you cannot do stuff like that online. And
indeed.
there's other things too that there's practical classes that they have to do. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure how
like
they're going to balance
you
that.
can't teach mechanics
No, at home at your kitchen
as
table, not really. No,
on
that's
Zoom.
not going to work. Although I have in my past seen like bikers bringing their bikes into the kitchen and working on them there. It's just not going to happen. Not
Oh gosh.
not in a mechanics class. But yeah, you're right. There's certain classes that they can.
Yeah, it's yeah, it'd be problematic for some classes.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different world,
Oh,
and
it'll be a
it's
different school year
changing
for
all
sure.
the time.
Yep,
Changing all the time.
yep,
But I mean, I'm glad to see a lot of businesses now are starting to open back up, and some of them with appointment only. Still, obviously, only a few people in the stores, and
yep,
you
yep,
know,
yep.
I ventured out to the beer store yesterday to get Sheldon his Father's Day gift. A 24 Corona. It's a very special thing. I
There you
told him if
go.
I'm not back in 2 hours, send out a search party, but it was very well organized. I put on my mask, went in. There was, guy at the door, went and got it, came back out. I was good. So yeah, things a lot of stores are feeling safe too, like
Yeah.
'cause they are
So
regulating and they are sanitizing.
Life's Little Pleasures is opening this week, I think.
It is,
Yeah.
and I know Chris, the owner. She's had a little bit of, scared moments and stuff on how she's going to do this, but she's got everything under control
Oh,
and
yeah,
it'll
she's
be
got it
amazing.
figured out. It's gonna
Yeah.
be really
So
well organized. One of the safest
oh, I'm
place, I
sure.
would say. Yeah.
I'm sure that will I'd have no problem going in there for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, everybody's doing what they need to do to make themselves feel safe as owners and shoppers. They both sides have to feel safe in what they do. Some stores are still doing curbside, and that's what's hard because you don't really know who's doing what right now.
yeah,
You kind of have to call ahead and see who's doing curbside, I'm waiting for the popcorn company to open because I really like to go in there and see what they've got. But again, I think they're staying curbside for a little bit longer.
yeah.
The Happy
Well,
Popcorn
you can go to
Company.
the website, they have all their stuff right there. It's like window
To
shopping
where?
on their website.
Oh, they
They
do. They
they
do.
they show all the stuff, so
They do. And they have,
it's not
oh
like
my God, I did go look. They have so many candies, like so
I
many,
know.
like old-fashioned
And
candies.
sodas.
It's like amazing how much stuff they have.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, go check that out for sure.
yep. All right, Mai-Liis, well, I know you gotta be somewhere really soon,
Yeah,
so we're
yeah.
gonna
So
cut
we should
things short
finish.
today, but, I hope you had your coffee and you're ready to take on a new week, and, do you have any last words, Mai-Liis?
I think I'm all good. I'm, like I say, finishing my second cup of coffee. Hopefully, get motivated here. And Monday morning motivation certainly helps me. I don't know about you. It certainly helps me get
It
the week to
does.
a good start.
It does. It starts the week on a good note, and we don't always talk about necessarily great positive things, but the energy is positive, so that's good.
Yeah, it is. It is. We try and energize each other and everybody who's listening. So,
Yeah,
but we are always welcoming guests. Pop in. We'd love to chat to people and give us comments.
absolutely.
But
Stop
come and
being
see us
shy.
too.
Stop being shy, people. Just jump on.
And where's Mark Kara? Did you even see Mark Kara today?
Not today.
He's
I
an avid listener.
today. Nope, I haven't
One of
seen him
one
today.
of our avid listeners, Mark, and we didn't even see him today.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's sleeping in today.
You never know.
Yep. All right, people. So have a good week. We'll see you on Wednesday. If possible, just jump in and come and talk to us.
Yep, Wellness Wednesday. Looking forward to talking to you guys. Have a
Yep.
good week. Have
Uh,
a super duper day.
yes.